Do-Rag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Y2K 20.04.30. Just 187 days until we get out of the mess we're in. Just remember this: fake Senate impeachment trial, no vindication, no adjudication, and no exoneration. Repeat. As you can see, I'm trying to practice social distancing. And for your information, right-wing libertarian Justin Amash, he's now an independent, hates Trump, enters the presidential race as a third party. This may help criminal Trump to gain a second term. This is a two-party republic not designed for more than two parties. If we want to have more than two, our political system must move from being a constitutional democratic republic to a multi-party democracy. 2. There is a new drug being tested for treating CV-19. It's called remdesivir. But be aware, this is not a vaccine. They do not expect a vaccine until at least 18 months from now, long after Trump and his obscenities are gone. And that is quite early, by the way, for this vaccine, because it took 4 freaking years to develop the mumps vaccine. Hopefully it won't take that long now. 3. I will be checking the message boards this weekend and Monday. There's not going to be any broadcast until the new message boards are checked. The new ones, the latest ones, the ones I made this week. I'm going to check those if anything is there. I'm sorry about this delay, but sometimes I have to make the choice between answering the message boards and doing new broadcasts. Now, I may be wrong about this, but I believe that I'm serving you folks better by broadcasting. 4. If you live in a state where the governor is allowing people to break the lockdowns, remember this. Repeat. There is no vaccine yet. And until there is one, the entire country must practice a unified kind of social distancing infrastructure, which includes massive testing and massive contact tracing, which we do not have now. I'm sorry to say this, but normal life as we know it and knew it will not resume until there is a vaccine. 5. Sorry that I am not as yet a vegetarian. Shame on me, sincerely. But still want to remind all of the sacrifices our animal friends are unwillingly making in the experimental stages of finding a vaccine. After all, everything must go to save the great and amazing human race. The great amazing human race will really fall on its face. Number 6. Our background music is from the movie Malcolm X by the great Terence Blanchard. And our main message, personally, I wanted a woman to be the presidential candidate. I wanted a progressive woman. But it did not matter to me if it was Amy Klobuchar or anyone, as long as she was a woman. And if she's a woman, I wanted her. But instead, we got another in a series of old white men in the name of Joe Biden and corn pop to a select few. There's a reason for this, that we ended up with Biden. Voters wanted Biden. Black voters wanted Biden. Why, after all women have been going through since Traitor Trump, would they settle for another male candidate for president? Trump was grabbing women by the genitals, and Biden, years earlier, was allegedly abusing one of his female staff members. And when Biden had the chance to support black people, he used a gang leader named Corn Pop to represent them. And later in his life, he when he was a younger senator, he smeared Aleta Hill as she was waging a battle against another male sexual assaulter named Clarence Thomas, who himself was punished for his crime by being appointed a Supreme Court justice. If the nation had woken up and had finally given a woman her due for the highest office of the land, this would have happened. We would not now be hearing about Joe Biden's alleged sexual assault. It never came up while he wasn't a front runner. And now that he is, the waterfall of accusations are beginning. The dude better pick a black woman to be his running mate. Or what the hell is the freaking point? Make Michelle Obama his VP. So I am left with this. No matter who runs against Trump, even a pile of smelly crap, I will vote for it. Between alleged sexual assaulter Joe Biden and the actual one turned Trump, I intend to vote for the lesser of two sexual assaulters, for Joe Biden. This is the choice the voters have left me with. For almost 100,000 years, male members of the human species have ruled and ruined this planet. They took over everything, even most of the major religions, which are patriarchal in general. I often wonder if women had ruled instead of men, people would be now worshiping a female deity instead of a male one. Our planet and what we consider a value would be much more different if females ruled. There would be less murder, less war, less the abuse of our Mother Earth. I object to having to witness the antics of a misogynist in our presidency who has done nothing but insult and abuse women from day one. I do not care how many women say they support the Trump fiend. Some people are traitors against their own cause and against their own groups. How many black people sold other black people into slavery? How many Jews of my own tribe collaborated with the Nazis believing they would be spared? I expected to see a woman as the main candidate. I was supporting Liz Warren with Bernie as her second. The fact that after close to 4 years of misogyny, we still insist on a male president disappoints me greatly. And now that Joe Biden has also been accused of sexual assault, I am not surprised. In the world of toxic masculinity, women are likely victims, and sometimes they're even the enablers. When I attended school, girls loved the bullies. They loved the assholes. If you were a male who wore glasses and wasn't good in sports, or at being a macho schmuck, they rejected you in droves. The nastier a boy was, the more these idiots flocked to them. And as for Sexy Joe, he needs to get in front of this now by asking the FBI to investigate immediately. Write to him. Get the FBI in there, Joey, and investigate him. You, I mean. And stop comparing Biden to rapist Kavanaugh. There should be only one new right-wing creep on the Supreme Court, not two. One of the Supreme Court justices was supposed to be picked by President Obama. Moscow Mitch, the traitor McConnell, made sure that did not happen. I don't like the kind of Democrat Biden is. He is too close to the corporatists and conservative blue dogs. The right-wingers are not afraid to be fascists. Why can't the Democrats respond by being more progressive? When the New York State primary arrives, I am going to write in Bernie Sanders and then vote for Biden when the time comes. And by the way, why isn't our election day a national holiday? If only, though, if only I had the opportunity to vote for Liz Warren or Stacey Abrams or any other qualified woman. Imagine the clean, sexual assault-free campaign we would have. But where men are concerned, life is nothing but one assault on our sexual and human dignity after another.